All right, welcome back, sailors. I hope you're enjoying your books. And speaking of our books, what kind of organizational structure would reading a novel be? A story is told in, and that is chronological order of time. You're reading a story that's told in a sequence of events, and I hope those events are truly exciting and that your plots are thickening and it's really involving you as a reader. Today we are continuing with organization because all of the fireball word choices, all of the beautiful show versus tell detail, it really doesn't matter if nobody can follow what you're saying. If it's disorganized and random and things are thrown in here or there, your message loses all of its meaning. And so we are going to look at our warm up today is a valedictorian speech. The kid, he was selected to be number one in the class, or he earned that rank, and his message has to give the big commencement address to all of his fellow graduates and the faculty and the staff and all of the parents and audience members there. What is his main point? So you're going to look at, can you pinpoint his main message? Is it organized and clear? And then how can you apply that to your life? And then we have a little Kahooter that's going to review the different types of organizational structures. We'll recap, should students wear uniforms? You did Article 2 yesterday, where Lucas hollered back and said, heck no, we got to rock out with our bad self. And then we're getting into a debate that will take us today and tomorrow, and it's about name brand clothing. And this will be an assignment grade. You're going to pick up a side of the argument and defend it with your own reasons, evidence from the article, and then you're going to look for your own anecdotal evidence, your own lifelike examples and experience, but more to come on that. To prepare for today, let's go to our Google question where our warm-up will be. In Google Classroom today in English, I posted a question for you, and it is this: what is the speaker's message? How does it apply to your life? So you'll answer that, okay? So pause and allow yourself to find this, and we'll start our clip. Meet you right there. All right, listening, viewing, a little note taking. What is the speaker's main point? And then do you agree, or does this have any application to your life? He gets awarded number one in the class. You're the valedictorian. That's awesome for about 15 seconds. And then what?
I stand before you tonight as the 2019 valedictorian. This time last year, I found out that I was in the running for this title. It was then that I decided I wanted it. So, I worked hard for it. I sacrificed for it. And yes, I stressed for it. And I got it. And at our senior award ceremony, it felt so good when I heard my name announced with this title. It's so good. For about 15 seconds. Yeah, 15 seconds of my heart racing and my adrenaline pumping. 15 seconds of, yeah, I won! 15 seconds of being at the top of the pile of all my accomplishments, and it felt euphoric. But there must come a 16th second. And on that 16th second, I sat down in my seat, I looked at my silver stole that says valedictorian, and I thought, that's it? What just happened? Why am I not feeling anything else? To be honest, I don't even know what I was expecting. A parade of balloons to drop? Or maybe I was hoping that all of my problems would fade away in comparison to this amazing achievement. But none of that happened, not even in my heart. I felt nothing. I was shocked. This was a huge problem for me, and I needed to figure out why. So here was my thought process. Working hard is good, but it should not be done for the sole purpose of a goal's sake at the expense of relationship with others. And looking back on this year, I realized that the stress of this year for this goal in a 5-minute speech was paid for with the lack of attending to relationships in my life. A lesson learned and self-reflection accomplished. Now, I would like you, my fellow classmates, to do some self-reflecting. I would like you to take a moment to fill in a different thing that you strive for and you focused on. Something that you thought was the end-all, be-all. Perhaps it was sports. Perhaps it was fine arts, academics, getting into a particular school, an unhealthy social life. Friends, we are about to launch into life, and we haven't messed anything up yet. Now think, instead of academics taking your focus off your important relationships, it was your career you chose over your spouse. Instead of sports, it's money that you pursue at the detriment of your children. Instead of just the Instagram-worthy picture, it's striving to be famous at the expense of time with your friends because now you're too self-involved. I'm well aware that this is kind of a downer speech, but I don't care. Because a lesson learned should be a lesson shared. Now, I'm glad that I've only made this mistake of striving for something that is in the light of eternity, not important, for just 1 year. I can't imagine if I had learned this at 50 or at the end of my life. Here's the lesson. Have no regrets in the 16th second. Nothing is more important than your healthy relationships. Nothing. Not your goals, not your successes. And here's why. Relationships are where we get to influence, impact, and change people's lives. Your life cannot be meaningful without them. And we are put on this earth by our Creator, and we all have a purpose. Now, how we all go about that, that's what's different. It's different in what college we choose, who we marry, and what career we choose. It's different in the triumphs and tragedies that come upon us. But in all those things, new relationships are being formed. So be generous with your time and money, and a lot of relational issues will be resolved. And by the way, it's not too late to mend fractured relationships. Any friends you haven't spoken to in a while because of your pride, parents whom you disrespected, and teachers who you never thanked. Just do it. Humble yourself. Start a conversation. Have no regrets in the 16th second.
All right. Okay, our Google question. What was his main point? Do you agree with his message? How might it apply to your life? So go ahead and respond. And then teachers, if you want to lead a whole group discussion with your crew, that would be very cool. I will pause and I'll meet you back. All right, thinking about organizational structures. We have a little Kahooter for you. It's a short one, just about 12 questions, but teachers, you can click on the link and kids will decide, is it compare contrast, which is comparing how things are alike and different, spatial, which is appearance, chronological is telling a story, cause and effect, an issue happens and these are the results, problem solution, that's self-explanatory, or order of importance, building up to reasons. All right, go for it. And we'll continue our lesson in video 2. Thank you.